What if I told you the exhaustion you feel from always saying yes, the resentment building in your relationships, that quiet disconnection from yourself? What if it all comes down to one thing? Stop bringing conference room energy to love. You might be doing this without even realizing it. And it could be the very thing that's pushing intimacy away. Because the qualities that make you successful at work might be quietly sabotaging your relationships. And today, I'm going to show you how to soften without losing your strength. For years, the biggest fight in my marriage wasn't really a fight. It was me freaking out every time Bryan was driving. My whole system would go into panic. My breath would tighten, my heart would race, my eyes would scan the road like danger was everywhere. And it didn't matter how safe he was being, my nervous system didn't believe it. It took me a long time to understand why. As a child, I never felt safe in the car. The driving was unpredictable, uncontrolled, and terrifying. And because the brain is hardwired to search for danger first, my survival brain learned early on, stay vigilant, no one else is keeping you safe. So even as an adult, even with a stable, loving partner, my brain kept sounding the alarm, danger, take control. It had nothing to do with Bryan and everything to do with an old imprint my brain stored and my nervous system still expressed through my body. And honestly, it wasn't even adult me reacting. It was the younger part of me, the child who sat in the back seat praying to feel safe. She learned to stay on high alert, and she carried that into my adult relationships without meaning to. Once I finally named the trauma and tended to my nervous system, things started to soften. Yesterday, driving home from Austin to Santa Fe, Bryan looked over and said, "You've gotten so much better. You're so much calmer now." I'm not 100% there yet, but I'm miles further than I used to be. And that's the piece I want to explore with you today. Hey there, I'm Lynn Carpenter with Blissful Heart Coaching. And this is week 2 of our Self-Abandonment Series. Today, we're talking about how smart, high-achieving women unknowingly bring self-armoring into their relationships and why it has everything to do with old nervous system patterns, not personality flaws. And here's what I see in successful women all the time. At work, your strategic mind protects you. It anticipates problems. It leads with strength. It keeps things under control. But in love, that same energy becomes armor. You analyze instead of feel. You manage instead of connect. You stay in your head instead of your heart. You keep control instead of letting yourself soften. And your partner doesn't feel your love. They feel your vigilance. This isn't because you're controlling. It's because your brain learned long ago, if I don't stay in control, I won't be safe. When something feels emotionally uncertain, a tense conversation, a shift in tone, a moment of conflict, your survival brain reacts before you have a conscious thought. Instantly, automatically, the brain sounds the alarm, and the nervous system carries out the response, tightening, bracing, scanning, preparing. It tells you, take over, fix it, don't get hurt. And that is the exact moment self-armoring kicks in. You abandon your emotional truth to stay in control of the situation. That's self-abandonment in a very sophisticated disguise. Horses are incredible at reading energy. If I walk into the round pen armored, tight, hypervigilant, bracing for something to go wrong, my horses feel it instantly. They won't partner with me. They won't lean in. They won't trust my leadership. Because to a horse, armor reads as danger. Humans aren't much different. People can feel when you're in your head in controlling mode or bracing for impact. Your partner can't connect with your armor. They can only connect with you. Horses won't partner with performance. They only partner with presence. And so do emotionally healthy partners. If you've ever wondered, why do I take charge when I don't mean to? Why do I go into fixing mode instead of feeling mode? Why do I keep my heart guarded even when I want connection? This is why. Your body learned early on that being on alert keeps you safe. It's not a mindset issue. It's not a personality flaw. It's not that you're too much. It's that your brain is still trying to protect you from a danger that isn't happening anymore. When I talk about bridling, I'm drawing from the world of horses. In thoughtful horsemanship, a horse learns to respond to gentle pressure while ideally staying connected to its spirit. But many of us internalize that pressure so deeply that we began to bridle ourselves, suppressing our true thoughts, emotions, and desires to stay safe, accepted, and loved by the people we depended on. The unbridling process is about gently loosening those old reins, healing the survival adaptations that once protected you, and reconnecting with your whole, worthy, soul-led self. Unbridling isn't about becoming softer to please someone else. It's about creating enough internal safety that you can stop abandoning yourself the moment things start to feel uncertain. It means grounding yourself in the moment, noticing the shift from heart to head, naming what you're feeling, breathing into connection instead of control, and letting your authentic guide, not your armor, take the reins. This is where intimacy happens. This is where connection deepens. This is where love starts to feel safe. If you want to explore where your self-armoring started, my inner child meditation will walk you back to the part of you who first learned to stay hypervigilant to survive. She's the key to helping your nervous system feel safe enough to soften in the places that matter most. It's linked right below the video in the description, and I'd love to hear what comes up for you when you try it. What's one way you've been bringing conference room energy to love? Share in the comments. Remember, your authentic self doesn't need armor. She just needs you to trust that she's strong enough to love and be loved exactly as she is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.